For the last couple of years, or however long Andy and Gem have been in the band, they've been playing records that they've been playing music that they hadn't been involved in, so it's quite weird, so it's quite a detached feeling for them, I think, maybe. But now we've made a record together, this feels like our debut album, so we're treating it as such, really. And there's a good feeling at the minute in the band, yeah, everyone's getting on alright.
I hope people like it. I hope people buy it, and I hope people love it, and I hope people think I'm the dog's bother.
Is it true that you're the world's greatest band?
The world's greatest band? I suppose we're the greatest band in our world, yeah.
Okay. So it is true, yeah.
Well, it's
your world
is,
yeah.
You know, my world is where I live, like everybody else, yeah.
I'm enjoying it more now because I can appreciate it more, and it's just a lot easier, you know. And we're a lot older, and life gets easier as you get older, I think. Or it should do, anyway.
The new album's really good.
Fantastic. Awesome. Fantastic. Back to the best.
The new album, it's wicked.
It's awesome.
It's the best shit.
Brilliant, the new album is great.
Our first two albums were great albums, and the second two were good. And this one's a great one.
Yeah, everybody's happy with the situation that the band are in at the minute, you know, it's fine. Everybody's cool, we're not too big and we're not too little, we're just perfect size for a band, really. You know, we don't have to play toilets and we don't have to play, you know, never anymore, do you know what I mean? It's like, we can do things like this and it still seems special.
There's a lot of stuff in our private and personal lives that's going on, but, you know, at the end of the day, the thing that makes us what we are, or the thing that defines what the five members are, is the band, and it's like, as long as we keep going, you know, then we remain sane. As long as we remain sane, then we keep making music, you know, and as long as we keep making music, people keep getting off on it.
It was a dream, really. I mean, when you got that voice, and you got Noel coming in, playing you Stop Crying Your Heart Out, he just bent down on one knee and just played it on acoustic, and he didn't even have all the words finished, and that's, just think, yeah man, that's special, you know. There's maybe a couple of things you wouldn't expect, but there's 3 of Liam's songs on there, so that's going to be interesting for the people, because Liam, you know, doesn't usually write songs, but he's written 3 for this album, so that's quite cool. There's a song by Andy on there, and there's a song by Gem, and there's 3 by Liam, and there's 6 by me. As for a new musical direction, we're not really that kind of band, really, you know.
Don't be scared. You'll never change what's spinning out. May your smile shine on, shine on.
Top of the Pops, a band of our size, means everything, because it's Top of the Pops, isn't it?
They usually do it on a day off, and days off are days off, so we just treat it as a bit of a jolly up, and you know, but we're playing live this time for some bizarre reason.
You'll see them someday. Just
means to me is that I love the scenario of ringing your mum up and going, we're on top of the pops tonight. That is rock and roll in that little sentence. Mum, we're on top of the pops tonight.
And all the things that you've seen, they're gonna fade away. I'm gonna start a revolution from my bed. You said the brains I had.
You know,
I think
you know they don't need to be brainy.
I think that when they come to our gigs, that it's going to be exciting. And every time we do 3 gigs in a row, 1 is going to be appalling and 2 are going to be great. So it's like having a little game of cards.
Best of the rest.
No, we'll have that one.
Right, yeah, Geezer, this is going to be the first single, right, yeah?
And then we'll have
with the Lord singing, right, yeah? But it is the monster tune.
And then best of the rest after that.
In October this comes out, man.
It's kind of short, but you know, it's kind of.
Yeah, it just goes like that.
I'll switch it off.
And cassettes. We don't have the CDs is a new thing, but they're all copies. And I mean, you pay about £12 for a mirror. You can buy it for about a quid. 200 rupees. And I think, you know, how does Noel make his money from India? I don't know. And then on top of that, he makes us a song of Hindu Times. Rock and roll.
The Hindu Times is an actual newspaper. It's the and I don't know whether I'd seen it. But I've never been to India, so I couldn't have actually bought a copy. But I must have seen the title somewhere and thought, that's brilliant. I'm having that. Yeah, it went to #1, and it was again, it was kind of it's a joyous feel to that song. It's a bit like the Stones, I guess, but yeah, I like it. It went down well live. I like the guitar riff in it. I don't know where I come up with that one from. I might have nicked that from somewhere.
Starts to breathe when I scared. You'll never change what's spinning out. May your smile.
It came out at the time of England getting knocked out of the World Cup. And they played it. I think England had been beaten by Brazil, and they played David Seaman crying. The big doofus. It was a bit of an Uber ballad, do you know what I mean? And I really like that song, and I really like that version. But yeah, I'd wanted Oasis to get away from big ballad things, you know, because we'd had Stand By Me and you know, Sunday Morning Call, and all those kind, you know, and Champagne Supernova and all that. And I was trying to inject a bit of high energy into it, but fucking hell, the song was so good that everyone was going, well, it's a definite single, and I was like, all right. Leona Lewis done a cover of this, didn't she? Good girl. Somebody said to me, what do you feel about Leona Lewis covering that song? And I was like, what do I feel about it? Have you got anything to say about it? So there's only one word. In fact, it's not even a word. It's more like a sound effect. It just goes fucking ka-ching. Thank you very much.
You don't connect with the thing about drum loops you mentioned in hip hop. You guys tried that on Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, and so and you didn't quite like it. So what's the thing? How do you reconcile? You have to sound fresh all the time, sound contemporary. At the same time, you have to remain the same because you have your fan base. How do you reconcile that? Does that work for you?
Well, we just try to be true to ourselves more than anything. We're not really concerned what the fans think, to be honest. Can't record records like that. We're not really too concerned about sounding contemporary either. We have to, first and foremost, the 5 people in the band have to love it. And if we love it, then we're pretty much certain that a certain percentage of our audience will love it. Some of them won't like it, you know, but a lot of them will. But we just make music for us, man. And
'cause all of the stars are fading away. Just try not to worry, you'll see them someday. Just say what you need, I'll be on your way, and stop crying your heart.
I can't remember the day I thought of it, but it just, I'd seen it somewhere, I can't remember where, but it just sounded like, it's 2 great words, you know, heathen and chemistry, and I'd love to get all cosmic about it and tell you what it meant, but it really is 2 words that just conjure up lots of personal mental images, you know, so people will get from it whatever it means to them. What it means to us is that, you know, the music on the album is the chemistry between the Heathens being the band. But that's far too pretentious for me to even begin to believe, so it just came out of one of them. I expected BA Now to sell exactly the amount of records that it sold. I expected Stand on the Shoulder of Giants to sell exactly the amount of records that it sold. I'm not too sure what this one's done, but it seems to me that it's quite high up the charts still, everywhere, so...
This is the first one we've done without a producer as well. So once we got it to a level we were happy with, that was it. There was nobody going, all right, well, let's try it this way. You know, once we were satisfied, that was it. The only influences that are on the record are the 5 members of the group and their record collections, and that's it.
Can we talk about the album title?
Again, it come off a T-shirt that I bought in a second-hand shop.
He's out there at the moment, isn't he? Shopping for Oasis.
Hey, there was a T-shirt, I don't know what it means, but it said on it, it had a symbol of something in it, and it said the Society of Heathen Chemists. You've always got to explain to Liam what everything means. So just off the top of my head, I was like, well, you know, we're all heathens, right? Yeah. And he's going, well, what does that mean? It's like, well, we all believe in something, but we don't practice, right? We're all heathens, yeah. And there's a certain chemistry between us. Genius. Genius, man. But it came off a T-shirt, I'm afraid.
We're backstage with Oasis at the first of their 3 sold-out shows here at Finsbury Park. They're playing to 120,000 people over the next 3 days. So how's it all going for you?
All right.
Yeah, enjoying the build-up?
No. The list is right, you know, we want all these bands to play, and it's just great that it means that we can come and stay here all day and, you know...
And really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go where I wanna be, I wanna
I'm looking forward to doing this place because it's just big. It's an event, you know. It's one of them.
It's Finsbury Park to me, you know. This is where I live as well.
It sounds a bit silly saying it, but it's more intimate than Wembley. Obviously, it's a little bit smaller. You feel a lot more from the crowd. You can hear them a lot more. Wembley was just like a big roar. It felt quite far off. And this is more like they're closer.
I can squeeze all the hours I choose to live out with ease now.
I've fallen into the trap of trying to sing to the back person, but actually physically trying to sing there, and the harder that you sing, the more out of tune you get. And I've gone back and listened to tapes of stuff and gone, that's appalling. What was I trying to do? And I actually forget I've got a microphone and a PA system there.
You've been blood and you're stolen. Nature is calling for me.
You enjoy doing Finsbury Park for a starter?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. It was good, really, really good. It should have been a bit more nervous than a bit more nerve-wracking than it was, because they were really important gigs, but we didn't realise that till the Monday morning after.
Why were they so important for you?
We don't like to piss about, you know what I mean? We like to do the big gigs, you know, because it defines us as a band. And playing after all them groups, every band on that bill was amazing, do you know what I mean? To go on after them and the reaction that we got. And do flashy videos and do amazing marketing campaigns, but you can almost entice people to buy your records, right? But you can't fake it. To the crowd, especially the crowd that comes to our gigs. The people that come to our gigs is as real as it gets, and they would see through us in a minute if we start disappearing up our own arse. It's just, you know, again, that'll define our year, do you know what I mean, with them gigs, and we keep doing them once every 2 or 3 years. So.
The gigs have always been received well.
Gigs have always been great.
The albums never get received well, I don't think.
No.
Yeah. This is called Little by Little.
For our existence, we don't claim to be perfect, but we're free. We dream our dreams alone with no resistance. We're faded like the stars we wish to be. You know I didn't mean what I just said. All the send. The life inside your head I gave to you. No, I didn't mean what I just said. But my God woke up on the wrong side of his bed, and it just don't matter now. And little by little, we gave you everything you ever dreamed of. And little by little, the wheels of your life are slowly falling out. And little by little, you had to give it all in all your life. And all the time, I just ask myself why you really need.
Why that would have anything to do with the sound of the band, I have no
Yeah.
idea. But there you go. I can't explain it.
Do you think Liam will ever slow down, follow your path?
Absolutely, yeah. He's a different person than he was 2 years ago, even. You know, he's what can I say? He's he's my brother. He's a good lad. You know, he's trying his best. Can't do no more than that. He fucks up every now and again, but you know, so what? You know, it's like it's Liam, innit? He's the one person in England I'd rather go out for a drink with more than anybody, just because he's real, you know, and he's not. There is no bullshit with that boy. You know, what you see is what you get. It's as simple as that. And people go on about his image being, you know, he plays up to it and all that, but he's been like that since I've known him, really. You know, he's just a lippy, loudmouth, funny as fuck. Yeah. You know, it's like, what did you watch that Pop Stars Behaving Badly last night on Sky One? No. I mean, it was just hilarious. There's some of Liam's finest moments. He has grown up into a fine woman, so maybe I've got a sister. I don't know. But I always wanted a baby sister, and then my mum came home from the hospital and said it's a boy, and me and my other brother went. So we had to wait until he was, you know, till he is now, so he just looks like a woman now, you know what I mean?
He's growing his hair?
Funny hair, oh, it's ridiculous, he's got 4 different haircuts.
I've had a right old ball, even when I've had even when it's been rubbish and a nightmare, I just want to go like that. It's been great, you know what I mean?
Bet your hair. Can you give say that I've never, ever, ever been quite happy with my hair, ever. Really? No. Oh, I'm surprised. It's the one thing I envy Liam for. You like his hair better? Yeah.
To anyone that's, if you ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth, you know. And so you can take my music or leave it, but, you know, grant me my honesty and my dignity, and Liam's as well, you know. And you know where you stand with us. If we're in a, you know, we don't sit in a dressing room arguing with each other and then go out on stage, hey, you know, everything's great, you know. Yeah. If we're in a bad mood with each other, then we'll take that onto the stage with us, you know what I mean? It doesn't change, you know. So at least if there's one thing that, you know, people can respect us for, if it's not the music, then it can be the fact that we're probably the most honest band since the Sex Pistols. You know, we just tell it like it is. And a lot of people don't like that, you know what I mean? But of course, Liam has a son that calls him Lennon. You know, talk about putting the kid under pressure. You know what I mean? Fucking Lennon Gallagher. Is he ever going to get taken seriously as a songwriter? Ever? You know what I mean? Fucking, I mean, has he got a lot to live up to or what? You know? Who is?
You called me a cock.
Did you? Well, you're probably a cock then, aren't you?
Man, why?
I don't know, because you've got one of my t-shirts on.
Le Mag Live, music news.
Mr. Starsailor seems to have a bit of an axe to grind.
I know, did you see that? He just come up there and he said, anyway, for the benefit of the viewers at home, this is, what's his name? James Walsh. He comes up and he says, hey, who's a cock? And I said, I don't know, who is a cock? And he said, you call me a cock. And what did I say then? I said, well, you must be a cock then. And then he walked off with his tail between his legs, but I don't know, I might have to go and have a word with him later on. He's obviously very, very disgruntled young boy, isn't he? Fucking student. Well, they take it to heart, these lot, don't they, man? Do you know what I mean? They've obviously never gone to a proper school where you're like, it's just piss-taking all the time, but I see he's wearing a t-shirt that I had on top of the pop, so I might go and relieve him of that later, man, and I don't know, bounce about on his belly for a bit. I might send our kid off tonight when he's on stage, man, if he gets a bit leery.
There's God giving soul in your same to me. Now we are, now we are. All this confusion, nothing's the same to me. I can't tell you the way I feel, because the way I feel is oh so new to me.
This is Noel Gallagher of the British rock band Oasis, and you're watching Viva Swiss. There you go. I thank you.
Noel actually was a little bit worried about this interview because to keep in a good mood for the next 10 minutes, is there a question I'd better not ask at all?
Oh, I'm not going to give you any clues at all. You're just going to have to wing it, aren't you? We'll have to see.
Okay, so we just try it out. Okay.
God, and then we'll see how it goes.
So
Spanish press is out in force. Everyone wants the best position for the hottest band in town.
Everybody's here, everybody's friends here, isn't it? And it's like being in a sauna here, and I think most people are going to pass out soon anyway. They don't get the Oasis here soon.
Everyone's poised and focused as Oasis make their grand entrance. Well, one half at least. So, does Noel have anything to say for himself?
No.
Fair enough. So, Noel, how do you feel now the press conference is over?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Is that funny?
For Noel and Ken, the ordeal's at an end.
Oasis is past in America now. No? It's not new anymore.
But you sold something like 6 million copies there.
I think we sold 6 or 7. Let's say 10.
Yeah.
We do all right, you know, but
you don't care about America.
No, I love going there to work, but there just seems to be less and less point in going there.
Why?
Well, that's what I keep saying. Why do we keep going there? I don't know. Because if you don't sell any records, then what's the point in going there?
Well, still Oasis, you get a vibe around the band. And
yeah, we've got fans, but fuck them.
Yeah? As simple as that?
Yeah. You know, get on a fucking plane and come to England, you know?
Three members of the rock band Oasis have been hurt in a head-on car crash while on tour in the United States. They received hospital treatment for cuts and bruises and shock. The collision happened in Indianapolis as the band travelled to their next show, which has now been postponed.
Sunny Sunday evening, about 5 o'clock. The sun is just going down. Idyllic, you know. I never get in the front of a car, ever. Right, because, I don't know, I just never do. And I was sat in the front and I had my seatbelt on. I'm reading a manual for an effects pedal I've just bought. And then, you know, sometimes when you're driving in a car and you're getting a bit of a near miss and you slam the brakes on, and you're getting close to the car and you think, that's all right, we're not going to wait, it's going to be cool. Well, slam the brakes on and immediately looked up and I just thought, we're going to crash. So there's the loudest bang I've ever heard in my entire life. And then it all went dark. Now, it went dark because the airbag had gone off. And you know these airbags? Have you ever been in a car crash?
Not with an airbag, no.
Well, do you know the airbag is behind the dashboard?
Yeah.
You know the dashboard hits you straight in the face?
Yeah.
Not the airbag. It's like this big piece of plastic comes out and twats me straight in the face. So I'm pressed against the thing with this big, huge condom that's like a comedy testicle, right? Sat there. And, of course, the explosives have burnt me neck. And the guy who sat in the driver's seat is chanting. He's Moroccan, it turns out, right? And he's chanting some mad language. And I'm thinking, is this in it?
With 3 band members receiving treatment after the head-on collision, it was left to Liam Gallagher to describe his brother's injuries.
Yeah, I've spoken on the phone. He's just, you know, he's bruised up and stuff, you know what I mean?
Shaken up?
Yeah.
So what did he tell you about what happened?
He said it was a car crash. Coming back, looked up when it all happened.
So the police turn up and they're going, just sit down, sir, you know, the ambulance will be along any minute. And they're going, do you have any ID? I don't carry it. I'm from England, you know. Oh, okay, well, we're going to need some ID to take you to hospital. So I was like, I haven't got my passport, you know, and they're going, where are you from and all this, and I was going, oh, from England, and this, and then they started asking questions, and all of a sudden this guy turns up and just starts shouting, neck trauma, neck trauma. And then he throws me onto this plastic stretcher, and I'm thinking, you know, because I can't see myself, obviously, you know, and I'm like thinking, well, what's happened? And as he's putting me down, he's going, we're going to need some information from you, you know, to take you to hospital. So I'm putting my hand in my pocket and get my credit cards out, right? So as he straps my forehead to the thing, and then my shoulders and my legs and my ankles, and if you can imagine, I'm sat there, it's boiling hot. There's like 200 cars in a traffic jam behind, and I sat there just looking into the sun thinking, I'm paralysed, I can't move. So the bloke takes out my credit cards and he goes, with the black credit card, and he goes, hey, you got a choice of hospital, sir.
Noel Gallagher, keyboard player Jay Darlington and guitarist Andy Bell were travelling in a taxi when it crashed at a busy junction in Indianapolis. As their car filled with smoke, they struggled to open the buckled doors. They were taken to hospital and treated for burns, cuts and severe bruising.
Which hospital do you want to go to? And I'm sat there, by this point I've exploded, I'm going like that. You know, it's the funniest thing, but maybe the nearest. After being in a car crash, you know, the nearest will do. He's going, well, you can go to the Wilshire. The Wilshire's really nice. I'm like, just get me to the hospital, man.
So you're still Noel Gallagher, or when you go back, has things changed for you now?
Well, the city's changed because there was a massive bomb there in '96 when the IRA bombed the town centre. So a lot of it's changed. It's all very posh now. But my mates, God bless them, when I left Manchester in 1993, just before the first album come out, and we went all over the world, and I hadn't spoke to my 2 best mates, right, for about 4 years, right? And I was back in Manchester, and I thought, no man, I've not even spoke to them. They've not even. They was coming to see me in this band, didn't have a record deal, and all of a sudden it disappeared. So I go around to my mate's house. He's still living with his mum. Knock on the. Who is it? It's Noel. Opens the door. You know what the first thing he said to me was? I haven't seen me for 5 years. All right, Noel, how's it going? Going all right, Chris. How are you? I'm all right. You coming in? Yeah. So what have you been up to? Have you not watched the news? Filthy rich, man. Been to number 10 Downing Street, you pothead. Oh, how's the band doing? Only sold 25 million albums, for sake, man. We're like the Beatles. Yeah, someone said something about it. Oh, it's good to see you anyway, man. You're looking well.
Little by Little, She Is Love, a double A side next. I mean, you hadn't done a double A side, I think, before then, had you?
Well,
and you on lead vocals on both?
Yeah. Well, I fancied them both as singles, and I just decided, wow, well, let's do a double A side. But Little by Little, fucking hell, fans, they love that fucking tune. And that's another one that's most requested when we do tours and gigs, or when we used to, is are you playing Little by Little? Because it goes from quite a kind of a deep, almost spoken word verse to a fucking massive chorus. I actually wrote that song during the sessions for Standing on the Shoulder of Giants, so at least something good came out of that, and it heralded a new upward spiral, I think.
We dream our dreams alone with no resistance, fading like the stars we wish to be. No, I didn't hear what I just said.
From what I do now, when I play Little by Little, I think, wow, that sounds like heavy rock, you know what I mean? It sounds like, to me, I think, wow.
How did you feel about writing a lyric like that, She Is Love?
Oh, I don't mind that. Oh, yeah, I'm all for love. Yeah. The girls love it, don't they? Seriously, they fucking love it. Is that song about me? Yeah. That's what I always say to them. Yeah, it's about you. She Is Love is one of my favourite songs, but I don't know, no one else seemed to get it.
Somehow realize what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word was on the street. Getting on, hanging out, thinking out loud.
Coming here on the panel this evening, we're joined now by a bloke who's a member of perhaps the most successful British band of the past decade. 18 million album sales to their credit. The band I refer to is Oasis.
I find it's 36 million albums.
It's the Australian dollar, it's it. From the album Heathen Chemistry, Noel Gallagher with Stop Crying Your Heart Out.
Hold on. Don't be scared. You'll never change what's been and done. May your smile shine on. I just need time's going on, I don't know where I'm from, I can reach so.
Everyone knows you're a little bit badass. I think I could say that.
No, that's Liam.
No, is it? Yeah. No, I mean the band as a whole. When I say you, you have to be.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
We just say what everybody else thinks.
Right.
You know, and we do give honest opinions about
certain subjects, and for that we get called bad boys. It's just preposterous because we're not. We're just honest.
Even on your tour shirts, to print the name of your band, you've got to pay this other person a royalty. Oh, that's interesting.
Then the ladies' clothes shop's called Oasis, funnily enough.
Wow.
How many English people do you bump into while you're overseas?
All of them. And they're all twats to a man. I mean, the girls are all right, you know, because girls are all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the geezers, I mean, it's like tonight, you know, there's always some idiot with a Union Jack waving it, like, what are you doing that for? You know, what are we supposed to do? Go, hi, man. You know, do you miss PG tips as well? Yeah.
Heathen Chemistry, the 5th album, it's punker. It's a bit rocker than ever, I think. That's what they say. Do you not think that? I don't wish to limit my music in any way by giving it a title. It's just Oasis music, isn't it? You know. But if people are saying that, then they're entitled to their opinion. There's the thing with your music. There's this thing. It's hard to describe. It's in Wonderwall. It's in Champagne Supernova. An agelessness, a folkness, an Englishness. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I do. What did you grow up listening to? Was it folk music and Donovan and Bob Dylan and listening to the Beatles, U2, the Sex Pistols? Yes, of course. And then when I grew up slightly more, it was the Jam and the Smiths. And then there's the Stone Roses and a band from Liverpool called the Lars. And then we were in our own band, and then we've been listening to us ever since. Well, see, we come from an Irish family, so that's where you get it from.
They were all yellow. I came along. I wrote a song for you.
It's just kids are idiots, man. You're just knobheads. Oh, can I have your autograph? What for? Well, I don't know. Can I take a picture? What for? I don't know. Fucking idiot.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you. And all the roads we have to walk are winding.
Give me a list of your favourite songs of Oasis.
Favourite Oasis songs?
Yeah, let's say best 5 songs.
Best 5. Force of Nature.
That's number 1, that's your one favourite
No,
song.
not in no particular order, because sometimes they change. The Master Plan, Force of Nature, Talk Tonight. Hang on.
Yeah.
Don't Look Back in Anger. And One Way Road.
Save me. And after all, then I wonder why.
Songs you hate the most. The ones you can't stand them anymore.
Roll with it.
Why's that?
It's fucking shit. That's awful.
It's also a single.
All of BA now, apart from, do you know what I mean? All Around the World, Shaker Maker, whatever. And the list is endless. You know, some songs don't last very long, do you know what I mean?
And the winner is Oasis!
Thanks for voting Top of the Pops Top Rock Award to Oasis. I couldn't agree with you more. Have a good Christmas.
Did that hurt?
Did what hurt?
Having your teeth knocked out?
Nah. I was far too drunk to fucking feel it, mate.
She's a little pilot in my mind, singing songs of love to pass the time. Gonna write a song so she can sing, give her all the love she gives to me. Talk of better days and yet to come.
One of our best tunes. Doesn't matter who wrote it.
And Q Magazine called it a 2-minute, 2-chord glimmer of light. That's a nice.
Right, it's very nice.
little
Did they
comparison.
really?
They did. Isn't that sweet? And what would your own personal comment be on that track?
Oh, no, it was just quick and it's honest and it's there, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You
Throw
know,
the
it doesn't-
receipt away. You want it to take
you know,
that back.
it's just not complicated, you know what I mean? And it's just about someone you love, and that can't be too complicated, can it?
You've said that the new album is the second best you guys ever done. Which one you think is the best song in this album, in the second best album, and why?
Songbird, I think. And as for why, that's just my favourite. I think all the songs are great. I don't think. I mean, what's the best song anyway? I don't know. It depends what turns you on individually. But my favourite is Songbird because it's not one of mine. So I can listen to it objectively as a fan of Liam's music. So Liam would probably say, you know, it's something else, and everyone's got their own different opinions, I think.
Yeah.
But today mine is Songbird. You can't knock Songbird and Born on a Different Cloud. You could probably say Better Man, you know, it starts and it finishes, it doesn't really say much. That's fine, but I'll tell you what, man, when you see 40,000 people dancing to it, you'll change your mind. But you can't fucking knock Songbird, you know, you can't.
Yeah, what about that song? What's the inspiration for that?
Well, my girlfriend, when I started seeing Nicole, I just started writing the songs. Right? And it's about.
There's that then for the bit. I got writer's block. I've only just picked the ball up.
Yeah. He wrote Little Jane's and Songbird in the same year and was just like, God, we fucking gotta go for a lie down here.
Totally.
That's fucking 6 minutes of music.
You know, he's none of us are capable of writing songs that are anywhere good as approaching anything that's on Revolver. But I wish that the poor lad wouldn't put himself under so much pressure, because when everybody hears the songs, they're going to go, rubbish. It's not even approaching John Lennon's standard, you know. Only I'm capable of that, as you well know.
yesterday. Bring me to a place not far away. She's a little pilot in my mind, singing songs of love to pass the time. Cause when it comes out sound, you gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen. Today was just a blur. You gotta have it go straight. What was that sound when you aroused your brain? Here on your own, here you gotta find to blame. I can't swim, but my soul won't drown to believe. I got flair, I got speed, and I work on it. Slowly walking down the hall, past the Vatican Bar, where we recognize. Someday you will find me, company for last night.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop the clocks and turn the world around. Let your love lay me down. When the night is over, there'll be no sound. Lock the box and leave it all behind on the back seat of my mind. And when the night is over, where will I rise?
Tune up about it.
What if I'm already dead? How would I know? What if I'm already dead? How would I lost inside my head behind the wall? Do they hear me when I call? But when the night is over, where will I fall? And when the fight is over, where will I fall? But if I'm already dead, how would I?
It's the theme of the album. It's in the first 2 lines of In Due Times. It's just I get up when I'm down. I can't swim.